So for my video discussion, I decided to do the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening term refers to several periods of time that historians identified re- an increase of religious enthusiasm. The start of the awakening was in America was all due to two men that affected the American colonies by changing the colonists' point of view. The awakening pulled away from traditional rituals and ceremonies and caused tension throughout. In the 1700s, religious revival swept through the colonies as a result of the Enlightenment. A Yale minister who refused to convert to the Church of England, named Jonathan Edwards, became concerned with the thought that the colonists might be concerned too much with worldly matters. He seemed to suggest that the colonists found the pursuit of wealth was more important than their religion. So, Edwards went out stating that God was angry and the people would pay. Edwards Edwards drew in crowds as people came to listen to what he had to say. And as people followed Edwards, listening to his speeches and hear him go back and forth, another minister from Britain also began touring the colonies. His name was George Whitefield. Whitefield spoke of God with such sorrow and passion to sermons that soon thousands of colonists would flock just to listen to him. These are just some of the people who sparked the awakening. With multiple people preaching in different ways, the Congregational Church split into two. You had the New Lights and the Old Lights. The New Lights agreed with the awakening. They liked the new way of the worship. The Old Lights, however, they refused to accept the way of worshiping. They liked it all strict and, to be the Congregational Church. The Old Lights believed in moderation and intellect, and that men could attain salvation through time, while the New Lights believe in primacy of emotion and radicalism. Though both sides believed in different ways of expressing God, war never broke out. Despite the conflict, a result of this a result was greater religion toleration. And it was clear that no certain religion would dominate a certain region. It was kind of equal, you could say. The Great Awakening was a reaction against the Enlightenment, but it also was a long-term cause of the American Revolution. The awakening had profound effects on the future, and it was the first experience shared by a number of people and contributed to the growth of America. Even though the Great Awakening contributed to Protestantism, the New Lights and Old Lights established separate congregations, and it sent a spiritual message that God works directly through people, rather than through churches and public sites.